What is going on, everybody? I am Justin. This is my world, and hello, welcome to the Sunday stream. If you're here because you think it's going to be Hartlepool United, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not. um, so I want to start this off by saying that I know I have not been following my schedule a lot lately, and that is why I am just going to blow up the schedule entirely. A lot going on in real life right now, and I don't really think any of you are really following my schedule religiously anyway. So, just so I take an unnecessary stress off of my back by not following it, I'm just gonna blow up the schedule entirely and just kind of do things whenever I feel like doing them. Kind of. It's hard for me to stick to just one day, just because my life is very what do I want to say, hybrid right now. Moves around. It's very volatile. So I don't want to promise doing any days, but whenever I feel like streaming, I'm gonna stream, and I'm gonna stream what I feel like. So that's gonna start today. And while I know it's Hartlepool, I really don't feel like doing FIFA. And one thing I do feel like doing streaming is I want to do a Madden rebuild, but I've been thinking about what I want to do, and I decided I want to do a fantasy. Excuse me, my goodness. Decided I want to do a fantasy draft. I haven't done one of these in a while, and with the new rosters already updated and everything, doesn't make sense to do any other type of rebuild other than like the ongoing Aftershocks franchise. So I just want to do a fancy draft here. I think I'm gonna try to draft a team pretty rapidly here, and then simply simulate a few seasons. I'm not going to really do the scouting or anything. I'll do the drafting and I'll craft the rosters in the off season. But otherwise, it's just going to be straight Sims. So um, without further ado, let's jump into it. We're going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers, my favorite team. So I'm going to be drafting the newest Steelers to the squad, and we'll see what we can do if we can add to our 6 Super Bowl championships, or if not, maybe I suck and I screwed up because salary caps get changed after this, and free agents are not very bountiful. So it's basically who you draft here and how you develop youth guys is how you're going to succeed. So let's see how we do with it. Let's dive right on in. 40 staff points, wonderful. I could not care less about that. And I'm going to hop on in to this fantasy draft. I don't know what pick we're going to be, by the way. It's all going to be random. This might be rough for me because usually once I'll do these, I'll start them, and eventually I will just stop because I think I drafted poorly. And I try to get a better spot in the draft, but we don't have that luxury this time since I'm live on camera. I can't do a lot of restarts. So let's see what pick we get. Let's start drafting. 6th overall pick. Wow. Dak Prescott went to the Cowboys. Wow. Well, I think there might be a quarterback available at this spot. Let's take a look. Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to take somebody old, but Joe Burrow is available. Ryan Tannehill is not going to be an option for me here. Justin Herbert is also available, though. Look at Joe Burrow. He's 24. He's a star overall quarterback. Herbert is 23 of superstar. I think Herbert's probably going to have to be the guy here. Right now, if I'm going to take a quarterback, it's going to be him. I really don't feel the need to take any of these wide receivers at this point, or any of these other positions. I don't think any of these positions are more valuable. Myles Garrett's interesting, of course. Aaron Donald, of course, interesting. TJ Watt would be interesting. Keep him with the Steelers. But yeah, all these other, and Jalen Ramsey's obviously an option. 99 overall. He's 26, an X Factor cornerback. I mean, best in the league. But is that more important than getting a franchise quarterback in Justin Herbert right off the rip? It's going to be Justin Herbert. It's going to be the pick. It has to be. Is Trevor Lawrence still here too? I wonder. He is still here. 74 overall, hidden development, but we do know it is superstar. We're going to go with Justin Herbert. I think that's the pick. It has to be. It says I reached. I really don't care because he's going to be the face of this Steelers franchise now. It's huge. And takes us right to our next pick here. Brian Burns want to pick ahead of us to the Raiders. See who we have. Travis Kelce still on the board. Tom Brady still on the board, but it's because they're old. All the old guys stay on the board, I've realized in the past when I've done this. Amari Cooper is intriguing. Superstar wide receiver. Michael Thomas, superstar wide receiver. Deebo Samuel, superstar wide receiver. All options, I think, at this point. Mark Andrews intrigues me. 25 years old, superstar development. Kelce, 31 years old, of course. Also has to be considered an option. How old is Tyron Smith? I need to think. 33, yeah, he is not an option. Zach Martin, 30 years old, I don't know. Lane Johnson intrigues me, but he's 31. I'm trying to find the younger players, too, that we can have to develop. Jonathan Allen, 26 years old, superstar. Khalil Mack, 30-year-old. He's going to start regressing, though. Oh, jeez. We're going to have an early pick in the third round, though, too, so it's not like a lot of these guys will still be available to us. Jesse Bates out here is intriguing. Buda Baker is intriguing. The safeties are all intriguing. I'm going to keep an eye on them. Oh, jeez. I think Deebo Samuel is going to be my pick. Oh, shit. Fitting the scheme, only 25 years old, superstar, very good player. I think he is the fit for this team. We're going offense to start, offense heavy. Let's see, third pick. Ryan Ramczyk just went. Travis Kelce still available. I think I might have to go with a defensive player here. Andrews is gone. Laramie Tunsil is interesting. Marpet. Zach Martin obviously still intrigues me. Lane Johnson, Lael Collins are there. I mean, this name keeps jumping out of me is Max Crosby, 24-year-old pass rusher. But he would move to outside linebacker in this scheme. I was hoping that Jonathan Allen would still be there, but he is not. Rashawn Gary, 23 years old, 89 overall, pass rusher. That is who I'm leaning towards right now heavily, very heavily. Pass rush is so important. Jesse Bates is here still. Buda Baker. I can't take a safety this early. It doesn't make sense to me to do it. I'm going to take Rashawn Gary. I think it's going to be a steal. They say it's a reach. I don't think it is at all. And I'm happy to have him. Let's see. Let's reevaluate. Tom Brady's still on the board. That's wild. Aaron Jones at running back. I'm not even thinking about running back right now. A.J. Brown is intriguing as another wide receiver option. But we have a lot of good wide receivers down here that I like. So I don't think I necessarily need to take one right now. Tight ends. I'm surprised that T.J. Hawkinson is still here. He is definitely on my radar. Laramie Tunsil is on my radar as well, still being there. Being a good young option. Lael Collins, how old is he? He's 28. Wow, I didn't realize he was that old. Trent Brown, 28 years old. Braden Smith, 25. Laramie Tunsil is 27. I think an offensive line is going to be needed here, and I think. Oh God, do I risk that he's going to be there in the fourth? Because Max Crosby is still here to be another pass rusher, perhaps. Quinnen Williams on the defensive line, I like, is an option. Roquan Smith at middle linebacker, I like, is an option. Josh Allen, another passer. We have a bunch of options. Oh, man. Denzel Ward, I like as well. 24 years old. AJ Terrell, 22 years old. He's still there, surprisingly. I think I'm going to take A.J. Terrell because he's young. He's a very good lockdown corner. He was so underrated this year with Atlanta, or not this year, but in previously with Atlanta, and he's really shown. Uh, he's really balled out, and now I think he's probably a top 5 cornerback in the league. I'm gonna take him. It's a good pick. It says right where he should have gone, so I'm happy with that. We have a lockdown corner, pass rusher now, quarterback, number 1 receiver. Now, I think I'm going to try to get Laramie Tunsil. He is gone. I'm mad about that. Oh, Ali Marpet's is a possibility now. I'm also looking over here. Braden Smith, I think, is probably who I'm going to end up taking at a right tackle spot. 25 years old. No, he is not. I was going to say, unless Penei Sewell is still there. But I'm going to take Braden Smith, 25 years old. He'll be a good tackle for us. Need offensive line. Need it. Now I'm going to sort by development tree. I want to see if there's any superstars left here. Micah Hyde is a superstar player. Cordero Patterson is a superstar player. Wow. Harrison Smith. Adam Thielen. And then it's all stars. So these are the last couple superstar guys. So Micah Hyde, 30 years old. Cordero Patterson at 30 years old. Harrison Smith's 32. And Thielen is 31. Oh, man. I don't want any of them. So I'm going to look at other options. Wide receivers are starting to dwindle down, I think, here a bit. I like the idea of T. Higgins a lot. Bringing back Juju Smith-Schuster could be an option. There actually are a lot of receivers I still like here, so I don't feel rushed to take one. The tight end's another story because it seems like we're starting to dwindle down, but down here actually there's a good couple guys. I'm going to keep looking at offensive line. Corey Linsley is intriguing. Chris Lindstrom at guard would be intriguing. 24 years old. Taylor Moton I like a lot too. I'm surprised he's still here. 27 years old. Mike McGlinchey's at 80 years. Oh. Grady Jarrett being here. 28 years old. How old is Javon Hargrave's aim? Okay. Middle linebackers, we could take one of them, but they're pretty bountiful at the moment. Another pass rusher maybe could be an option. Hassan Reddick is here. Leonard Floyd is here. Preston Smith. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Ooh. He would be a middle linebacker for me, but he's so small. I don't know if I can justify it. The safeties that are available. We still have Justin Simmons out here. It's kind of a surprise, but safety isn't valued super high. Simmons worth it. And there's other guys I like at safety. I don't need him. We already have a one corner. Do we take another? Probably not. It's tough. This is tough. This is real tough. Maybe I just take another offensive lineman out here. Chris Lindstrom is the one that's jumping out at me. Or Creed Humphrey, actually. Creed Humphrey at center. Maybe. Joe Tooney, 28 years old. He's actually... Joe Tooney is the one I'm thinking right now. Bowles is 29. Melada is 24. Okay. That's who we're taking, Joe Tooney. Another offensive lineman. I mean, I didn't really like anyone else at that spot. Start building out the line. I think we're going to have to start looking at wide receivers very soon. Tight end as well. Start to get down to the nitty-gritty on those guys. So we have 2 offensive linemen. We can kind of chill at those spots for now. And I agree, Jared is still there. How old is Grover Stewart? 27. He's a nose tackle. I don't really need a nose tackle. Speeder. These rushers are all still here. Middle linebackers, there's a few good guys still there. I think I can wait till next round for one of them. I mean, Justin Simmons sitting here is just like a crime. I'm going to take him. I mean, it's just a crime that he's still there. I don't know why he is, but I'll take him and I'll happily start him. Sorry about that. So let's get back to it. Now, I'm thinking one of these picks is going to have to be a wide receiver. And who's still available here that I like? Devontae Smith will be a nice one to add. Brandon Ayuk is an interesting option. Chase Claypool is out there here still, so I can wait, I think, until the next pick to take one of them. Tight ends really just went downhill. I think I'm just going to stop on those guys for the moment. I'm going to go to defensive players. We need defensive line still, and we need middle linebacker. A lot of the good younger defensive linemen are gone. Leonard Floyd is still available as a pass rusher. Middle linebackers that are available. I still see Isaiah Simmons out here. Devin Bush is still here. Patrick Queen, because I'm not as worried about them. We have options at those spots. It's the rush linebacker that I'm intrigued with. And I think I'm gonna have to take Leonard Floyd here. I'm thinking 28 years old. Or Andrew Van Ginkel, even. Travis Gibson. God, there are other options here. There are other options. I think a defensive lineman, then, before more of them go. Looking around to try to see who would be like a good option, even. Greg Rousseau is interesting. Christian Wilkins, actually, I like. He fits the scheme well. He's like the last true good player for us here. Okay, Christian Wilkins is going to be the guy. They say it's a reach, but I don't know if he would have been there when I picked again here in the 9th round. And with this pick, I think we need to get back to wide receiver. And we need to take somebody. Hunter Renfrow is an option. Devontae Smith is an option. Darnell Mooney's an option. Chase Claypool's an option. Maybe I don't have to make this pick yet. I like Brian Edwards too. Perhaps we don't have to take a wide receiver just yet. The cornerbacks seem to be running thin, I noticed earlier. Actually, maybe not. Okay. Let's stick with this. Do I do the middle linebacker move? I like Jordan Brooks quite a bit. He's the guy. Jordan Brooks is the pick. So we got our linebacker. Now I need to really look at the wide receivers, I believe. Hunter Renfrow is still here. Devontae Smith is still here. I'm glad I did not reach and take a wide receiver. But we need to take one at the next pick. At the latest. Let's see who's still available. Certain spots. Greg Rousseau is still intriguing me. Leonard Floyd is still available. That's good. Happy to see that. Is Van Ginkel? No. Okay. Middle linebackers. Very glad I took Jordan Brooks because all the other linebackers are gone. Nick Bolton's probably going to be the other guy I take at some point. Don't know if it'll be now or not. Is he a normal development player? Yeah, so I'll wait on him. At this point, I think I have to take Leonard Floyd to be a pass rusher before he's taken else by somebody else. And now I'm going to go back to the wide receiver position. We're going to take either Renfro. Oh, wow, Devontae. Oh, no, Devontae Smith is still here. That's who we're going to take. We're going to take Devontae Smith. And it looks like a steal according to the draft board, apparently. But I'm happy with that. We have 2 wide receivers now. Ty Conklin was just chosen. Other tight ends available. Gerald Everett is somebody I would take later. O.J. Howard, Mo Alley Cox. I mean, there's options down there. I don't feel the need to rush and take one. See who else we have. Other players we need to get. Brian Bulaga is still available. Gabe Jackson. He's 30 years old. Okay. Darrell Williams is 29. Graham Glasgow is 29. David DeCastro retired, basically. Ooh, this is tough. Charles Leno, 29 years old. DJ Humphries is 27. I'm going to take DJ Humphries.
Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock.
Add another offensive line piece to the mix. I'm going to try to add another defensive line piece, I think. Unless I'm going to look at the middle linebackers again. Nick Bolton's still there. We're still fine. Another corner might be an option now at this point. Before they're all gone. Teron Johnson, first guy that comes to mind. Yeah, I'm going to take Teron Johnson. He's the one.
And the Steelers on the clock now.
So we have 2 corners now. We're building out a solid squad. I need our safety prospect. And all the good young ones will go quick if I'm not paying attention. But Hooker and Whitehead are still here at strong safety, so those are guys I would take. Taylor Rapp, I like. Ashton Davis is all right. We're fine at that spot. Middle linebacker, are we still fine here? No, we're starting to lose guys left and right. All right, so I should probably make my claim on somebody to play middle linebacker. Cole Holcomb is intriguing to me. I like him as a pass coverage guy. And I think he's probably going to be my pick. Unless somebody pops out here that I'm not expecting. Yeah, no. Or what are the tight ends looking like? No, we're still fine. I'm going to take Cole Holcomb. He'll be the other middle linebacker for us.
Okay, the Steelers on the clock now.
Be our pass coverage linebacker. Be good mix. Still need a running back as well. I've kind of ignored that spot, but I don't think it's a major need to draft early on. I think it might be Gerald Everett time. How old is he? 27 with a star dev. Yeah, I'm going to take Gerald Everett to be our tight end.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
Let's see where we go from here. Still a lot of good running backs available. I'm not partial to drafting anyone right now at that spot. Perhaps a third wide receiver, it might be time. Don't want to get too far down the list without getting another good one. Brian Edwards pops off the page right now. Auden Tate would be a good pick. Kadarius Toney is still here. Donovan Peoples-Jones. So we still have options. Okay, I still have a lot of options there. Wide receiver. So we need another guard and a center. Those will be positions to look out for. Lloyd Cushenberry is a guy I'm looking at. It's center. And guards, Andrews Pete. John Feliciano could be an option. A lot of good options still out there at those spots. Same with right guard. I'm not too concerned. So let's go back and see if we can add to this defensive line position. Dean Lowry's only 27. He could fit a good spot and fill a good role. Carl Nassib is 28. Jordan Phillips could fill a good role at 28 as well. And nose tackles, I mean, there's still a lot of them out here. I don't feel the need to take a nose tackle too early in the draft. We need our safety. Taylor Rapp is still here. Jordan Whitehead is still here. Kind of like the idea of Jordan Whitehead. Taylor Rapp might just be better. No, he's so slow. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to take Jordan Whitehead. Take our safety here. Make sure we get our good one. Pick guy coming back home. So we need defensive line and offensive line, really, and a running back to fill out the starting lineup. It's getting it around the point where I'm going to want to take a guy like A.J. Dillon. But Alexander Madison is still there, who I'd also be fine with. Michael Carter is still available. A third wide receiver is what I'm thinking right now. Van Jefferson is a guy that comes to mind. Kadarius Toney, though, is still here somehow. I'm going to take Kadarius Toney all day. I can't believe he's still available. Works. I mean, if he's going to be there, I mean, why not? Why not? We're starting to get down lower into these defensive linemen. I think Devon Godcho could be a guy that I take. I still like Jordan Phillips there. Chris Wormley, 27 years old. Jordan Phillips is 28. Offensive line, we can take a look at those guys again, of course. How old is AJ Kahn? 29. I thought he was younger. Alex Leatherwood is still there. Will Hernandez is still there. Those are guys we could take certainly later. We missed our chance to get our boy Cushenberry. Andre James is not a bad consolation there. Josh Myers, solid. Bradley Bozeman is 26, so he could be good. Alex Mack, though, being 35. It's the only thing that throws me off of him. Running back, so what if we were to take A.J. Dillon here? Maybe at this back half. I think a defensive lineman is the move. I'm going to take Devon Godcho.
And the Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go.
It's a good young player. Fits the scheme. Now I'm going to go to... I don't know. What am I going to get to? Maybe another defensive lineman. Why not at this point? Could take Wormley. Justin Jones is here, though, too. I feel like he's a good player at 25. Yeah. Don't need another D lineman just yet. I think I need another corner. Get a third one. You need 3 good ones in the league, I think, at this point, or in the NFL. Amani Oruwariye is the first one that I think of as an option. Emmanuel Mosley. I think Amani Oruwariye. I know I'm saying his name wrong, no doubt. But he's 25 years old, 77 overall. He has a chance to get that star dev. Play a good role for us now. Unless Troy Hill is younger. No, he's not. Rasul Douglas is good too at 26 years old. But he's just so slow. You know what? Actually, no. We're going to take Rasul. I'm going to take Rasul Douglas. Because Oruwariye, looking at that, also had terribly low speed. So, we'll take that. We have 3 good corners now. Now running backs. A.J. Dillon's getting up there. It's time to take A.J. Dillon. It's time to do it. They say it's a great pick here. I'm happy with it. 20th round, it was worth it. Ended the 20th round. Perfect time. Centers. All these guys just keep going. We still have our guys that we're looking at. The guards, though, are starting to fall. Those guys are still there. Check again next round, I guess. Jordan Phillips is still there. Do we need another safety at this point? I mean, I'm not inclined to take one, but if a good one's here, could take a kicker. We took our running back already. Taking our tight end. How many offensive linemen do we have? We have Humphreys, Tooney, and Braden Smith. We need another one. We need to take another guy. Graham Glasgow or Darrell Williams is really the question, I guess. But I also like Leatherwood and Hernandez and Cody Ford. Cody Ford's alright. He's terrible there. Leatherwood. I'm going to take Cody Ford. I think it's a fair pick. Young guard for us. Zach Moss taking it, running back. I'm going to take Jordan Phillips at right end. Need a guy to fill that other spot. He's a big dude, fits the 3-4 that we're going to run. PJ Walker was the pick. Wow. Big Ben is still on the board. Wide receivers, we need to get more. A 4th option. Nico Collins is who I'm looking at. That's who I'm going to take.
And the Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go.
Could use another tight end at this point in the draft, I think. We have a few options. Like Dan Arnold out of Wisconsin Prattsville. Platteville. Brevin Jordan's out here. Chris Manhertz, of course. Brevin Jordan at 21 years old is probably going to be my pick.
Okay, the Steelers on the clock now.
Just seems like a natural pick there. Ryan Connolly is the pick of the Cowboys right before us. Seems like a lot of backup quarterbacks have been taken. Maybe I want to jump on this train and get a younger backup quarterback to work with. Chris Streveler looks pretty solid. Felipe Franks is not bad. Jake Luton. And Kurt Benkert. These guys are all options for me to take. I'm not actually going to take a backup yet. Still need a center. There's still a bunch of them available. I think another pass rusher, just a backup at this point. Stephen Weatherly, at 27 years old, is a good option, I think. Longer term. These guys are all older. Okoronkwo at 26 might be even better. Oh no, O'Shane Ziems is who we're going to take. 24 years old, he's still available. Why not? Alex Mack is still available. Wow. I'm going to take Alex Mack. I mean, if he's just sitting there, like, why not at this point? Even if he's just playing for us for a year, I'll just say a backup. I'll draft the backup later. He's a backup middle linebacker, I think, at this point. Can't just go with those two guys and expect them to be healthy all the time. Smith, Anzalone, and Morrow are the guys I'm looking at. Jelani Tavai, actually, is who I'm going to take.
Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock.
It looks like a good pick. Have I taken 2 safeties yet? Or 3 safeties? No, fuck. Okay. Who are some good safety options now? Rashawn Jenkins is only 27. He could work. Will Parks is 27. Cyprian, 31. Clayton Geathers, 29. And Matthias Farley, 29. These guys are not any younger either. From Cal, PA. I kind of want to take him just because he's from California, PA. Which actually, fun fact, no longer a school. I'm going to take Rashawn Jenkins here at strong safety. Fits the scheme, works for would be a good third safety. Backup QBs, have we missed out on any other guys? No. Still a bunch of guys I would still take as good backups. But running backs, though, I've been thinking about taking a receiving back, perhaps. Guy can catch the ball out the backfield. Matt Breida is the first guy that I think of there. Philip Lindsay is not able to do that, really. So I'm thinking Breida is probably going to be my pick. Maybe Jalen Richard. There's a few guys still. I'm not going to rush that. It's a time I take another center, a young center. So I'll probably end up taking either Andre James or Josh Myers, but If I don't have to do that yet, I won't. Instead, I'll start taking other offensive linemen. Ben Powers, 24 years old. John Simpson's 24. Younger tackles will be options as well. I thought Lucas was younger than that. Joseph Notebloom is only 26, so he'll be an option. Dan Moore, of course, 22 years old. We'll take him.
Okay, the
Keep him
Steelers on
as
the
a
clock now.
Steeler. Need some defensive line backups. Guys who are big enough to play on in a 3-4. Malcolm Brown will be certainly a guy I'll be after at some point. Just not yet. Adam Gotsis could be an option. Could go with a fourth cornerback now. Try to fill out that room. I don't know if it's really a necessity at this point, though. Backup quarterbacks, are any of them going? No, a bunch of them still there. Running back, so Jerick McKinnon, it could be a good option. Still only 29 years old. I'm going to take Jalen Richard, though, 27.
Steelers are now
He'll
on
be
the
a
clock.
receiving back. Fits that mold. Another offensive lineman, perhaps, I'm thinking. Aaron Banks, 23 years old. Looks good. There's still so many better players. Mike Pennell. Vernon Butler. Vernon Butler actually is a good player. I'm going to take
All right,
him.
it's the Steelers
Say it's a
on
reach
the
by
clock.
one pick. Ridiculous. All these backup quarterback options I like are still available. Bunch of right tackles still available here, but they're all old. Except Jermaine Ifedi, I think. I like Ifedi. I'm going to take Ifedi.
Now we turn to the Steelers. They're
I like
on the
getting
clock.
these backup guy tackles in here. I need to go to offensive line in case of injuries. Let's see. Fourth cornerback. Do we have three? Yeah, we only have three. We need a fourth. This is about the time. How old's Terrence Mitchell? 29. Okay. Garyon Conley is not a bad option. That's who we're going to take. Garyon Conley.
And the Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what
I think the Steelers actually liked him going back to when he was drafted in the first round by the Raiders. I think they were big fans. We only have 4 wide receivers. We could use a fifth option. Emmanuel Sanders may be coming in just to play a little. I don't need him. So we have a few guys at those spots. I don't see any need for that. He's in our backup end, or in our backup pass rusher even. Voen is a possibility, I guess. I'm looking more for a power rusher, though, I think. There's a few, but these guys are all older. James Wouters is 28. Kareem Martin is 29. Brandon Copeland, 30. All right, we're going to take Wouters then.
Okay, the Steelers on the clock now.
Just because I don't want him being taken before I can make the move. Young centers, I'm still looking at Andre James and Josh Myers. They're both still available. I'm not tripping over that. Justin Tucker is still available as a kicker. I think I'm going to take him. Yeah, I don't care if they say it's a reach. I think that's a great pick. Our backup D lineman might be the spot now. Roy Robertson Harris is only 28 years old. Tano Capasogon is a good pick, they say. I'll take him. It's a young guy. And maybe I'll take a third running back. A development guy. Jordan Wilkins. Patrick Laird. Wow. Some of these names. Jeez, oh man. Derek Gore. Yikes. I'm going to take Alex Collins.
Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock.
So I think he's a good player. Let's see, these are all the players we have drafted. Still need our wide receiver, I'd say. Yeah, I'm looking at our wide receiver and our safety. Probably. So let's look at the safeties. Sorensen for sure is not going to be the pick. Ibrahim Campbell is not the guy. Colin Jones is certainly not the guy. These guys are all older. I thought they were young. They would be younger. Eric Weddle. Wow. Wow. Andrew Adams could be the guy for me. I think he's going to be the guy for sure. Andrew Adams is the pick.
Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go.
Let's get our fifth wide receiver now. Trey Quinn was just taken out of SMU. This needs to be somebody I like with potential out here. Chester Rogers is the first name popping off the list. Marcel Aitman is also an intriguing one. But I think I'm going to go with Chester Rogers. I think he's a good number 5 guy to have. He's got some experience with the Colts. Backup quarterbacks now. Is that a thing yet? Are those guys off the board? No. We still got a bunch of guys here. Well, not a bunch of guys, I guess. Some guys are gone. I'm going to take Felipe Franks.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
To back up Herbert. Oh, no. Josh Myers just went shit. I wasn't paying attention at those centers. Brian Allen's still kind of young, though. 25 years old. I'll take him.
All right, it's the Steelers now on the clock.
Drafting a solid squad here. I really think we are. Could use our tight end. Mercedes Lewis and Lee Smith are both here, fitting the scheme. Chris Manhertz, though, is only 29, fitting the scheme. I'm going to take him. He'll be our third guy. He can be a blocking tight end all he wants. Let's grab some more offensive line depth, I guess. Need some guards, certainly. We'll take Udo, I think, 24 years old. Bobby Evans is there too, though. Suafilo's 30, but these guys are younger. So Udo, he's solid. Bobby Evans is better, in my opinion, and Phil Haynes is worse than Bobby Evans. So I'm going to take Bobby Evans Jr.
And the Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go.
with that pick. I think this team is going to be competitive in its first year at the very least. I'm excited to see what we can do with them. Dennis Daly is 25 years old. Good player. I'm going to draft him.
Steelers on the clock now.
And we have a good, solid offensive line now. Pick 45. We still need a punter. We haven't spent a pick on that yet. We need our defensive lineman. Jeez. I've really ignored getting defensive lineman here. Angelo Blackson, 28 years old. Why can't you be younger? Deshaun Williams, also 28. Robert Nkemdiche is a good player to have in a 3-4. Even if he's a speed rusher per se, I mean, he's still pretty damn good. Take another defensive line backup, I think. Looking at these defensive tackles. Damian Square's 32. Raheem Nunez Roches is 28. Tupou is 27. I'll take him.
All right, it's the Steelers now on the clock.
And they say it's a good pick. The draft simulator says it's a good pick at least. And let's take a look at what else we need. Backups at all those spots for sure. We have 4 defensive ends. I think another middle linebacker couldn't hurt. If one is available. Dayon Buchanan, 29. He's only 211 pounds. God damn. Dylan Cole. Is there anyone over on these sides? Harvey Lange could be a move over away from being a good middle linebacker. And Joe Thomas now. Kiko Alonso. So now we're going to take Harvey Lange out of BYU. And he'll slot right in at middle linebacker for us. And I think we can end up taking another wide receiver even. Yeah, let's try to find a younger guy. John Hightower, 25 years old. Justin Watson. I went to high school with this kid, so yeah, I'm going to draft him. I got to draft a guy I went to high school with. His dad was my little league baseball coach in like 1st and 2nd grade. He's a stud. All right, quarterback backups. Do I draft Big Ben just to be the backup to Herbert? I mean, is that disrespectful? Could use another offensive lineman. That's still a thing. Looking to try to find somebody younger. Eric Kush, Cal, PA. Wonder why so many NFL players make it out of California, University of Pennsylvania. Chris Hubbard could be a guy back on the team. I think younger guys at the left tackle spots. Aviante Collins. James Hudson, the third, is a good guy to bring in, I think.
Okay, the Steelers on the clock now.
And we're at the 50th pick. Another quarterback just went. Ryan Griffin out of Tulane might be our guy. Take Sean Mannion, Davis Webb. Wow, some of these guys are really bad. I don't think we're going to take another one of those players. I think we're going to end up taking a use check, though. Punters. Any good punters still available? AJ Cole is 25. Tress Way is 31. Jack Fox is 25 as well. But I'm going to go with AJ Cole.
The Steelers are now on
He'll
the
be our
clock.
punter moving forward. We're going to be an elite special teams unit. I want to take use check here. Let's do that.
All right,
He'll be
it's
our
the
starting
Steelers
fullback,
now
of
on the
course.
clock.
I don't know how he's still on the board, to be honest. That's a steal. I'm going to take another defensive lineman now. And who's going to fit the scheme the best? And be maybe some type of uh, developmental player, I'm hoping. Tayshawn Bauer is a possible guy, I think. Josh Morrow is a guy the Steelers
Now
liked,
to
I
the
know.
Steelers.
When
They're on
he
the
was on
clock.
the Steelers practice squad when he was undrafted, I think. So we'll bring him in to be our guy there. We need a fifth corner. Ross Cockrell could return. Philip Gaines, no. Ken Crawley sucks. Ryan Lewis, though, a pick guy. Why not
And
take
the
him?
Steelers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go.
Let's see what direction we do go with the Steelers. Big Ben is still available. Is it another wide receiver? No, we have 6. Okay. 3 of those. 5 of those. Yikes. I have plenty of those. Plenty of those too. Okay. I guess just best player available would be the choice then. I'm gonna look at some ages on guys. See who might just fit coming in. Simi Fehoko. AJ Green. Different AJ Green, I guess. Daz Newsome, Jalen Twyman. Jalen Twyman's a pick guy. Let's bring him in. And that's going to end the fantasy draft there. So I'm going to rearrange some positions to fit our scheme. It says we did really good, though. I can tell you that. Okay. So let's adjust the roster here, fit schemes. So Herbert and Felipe Franks are the only 2 quarterbacks on the roster. The wide receivers are very young. Humphreys, Moore, and Hudson. Tooney and Daly are here. Mack and Allen. Ford and Evans. Smith and Ifedi. We have nobody at left end, but we're going to move some guys there. It's going to be Jordan Phillips. I think this team's going to succeed pretty well the first couple of years. I'm going to put Tano over there as well. Love to see that. Love that we have Rashawn Gary in here to be a pass rusher. I think it's going to work very well. I'm going to move Leonard Floyd over to be the other side. Jordan Brooks is going to move the middle linebacker, of course. Cole Holcomb also moves to that middle linebacker spot. That's what we wanted. Harvey Lange also goes there. Brooks, Holcomb, Tavai, and Lange all in there. I think that's a good look. And we have Teron Johnson, Rasul Douglas, Gary Unconnelly, and Ryan Lewis, Simmons, Whitehead, and Andrew Adams is going to move over to free safety as well. And then we're going to have Justin Tucker, and AJ Cole as our kicker and punter. That's going to be that's fantastic. That's just fantastic. That's a fantastic looking team. We have a fantastic looking team here. And I'm excited to see what they can do. So we'll upgrade whatever players we have to upgrade here. Tavai, I guess. Let's do the auto upgrade on him. And let's mentor the rookie, whoever that may be. Deebo Samuel, I want Devontae Smith to have an immediate impact right now because I know he's going to have a good development trait already. And he's going to have to be a better player now. But I'm not going to change anything now. We drafted the team. I'm just going to adjust the lineup, make it the best lineup possible, I guess. The generate best lineup tool. This is what it gives us. This will be our lineup going into the first game. I gotta tell you what, I really like the team here. I think we could use some better long-term development pieces on defense. But the offense, it looks good now, short-term and long-term. And I like our special teams quite a bit. Our specialists are good. Kyle Juszczyk is going to be our third down back. You got to be kidding. Oh, my God. I love it. I fucking love that. All right. And I think this is good. I think this team should make the playoffs. With Herbert at the helm, we'll sim to the mid-season point, and we'll see where we're at. Should go fast. I did an offline franchise, but as it sims, if you guys are enjoying the content here, it's the first time I've done a fantasy draft stream. So if you're enjoying it and you like to see more content like this and FIFA content, I have do a lot of FIFA stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to do any more Call of Duty stuff on Twitch or upload any to YouTube at the very least, but if I do, you can hit the follow button and you will see that content on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube later, a like and a subscribe would be appreciated. And if you're enjoying the Madden content specifically, I also have an ongoing franchise, Aftershocks franchise. It's formerly the Houston Texans, so we're in year 2 of that. You can check that out. All of those videos are on YouTube under the playlist. And with that being said, I think we're about to hit the midseason mark. We're going to see how the team is doing. Let's see. Two and 4, wow. The offense is not looking good. The defense is stellar, but the offense is poop. I'm going to keep the auto-generator rookies for the draft class. It'll just keep scouting, but we're 2 and 4. It's pretty terrible. Might have to change the offensive playbook. Upgrade some players here. And let's sim to the playoffs and see where we're at that point. We'll check out some stats. Excuse me. I think I'm probably going to do about at least somewhere between 3 and 5 seasons here. And see how this fantasy draft goes. I wish it would sim faster. I thought it simmed way faster in offline modes than it does in regular, or it does in online, but it seems like it's still taking just as long. But we're almost to the playoffs. We're at week 16 now, so 2 more weeks we'll be there, and I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs. I hope we had a big turnaround after starting off 2 and 4. That's absolutely awful. Depending on how Herbert did this year, I'm going to fire the offensive coordinator probably. We finished 4-13. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The offense was shit. The defense was not bad. We were number one pass defense, but the offense was just so bad. We need to fire the offensive coordinator. Certainly. Victor Price, goodbye. Let's see what offensive coordinators are available. We got the Vegas Raiders offense of playbook. These are all the playbooks out there. The Chargers playbook, I mean, that's the one he's coming from, I guess. The Green Bay playbook would be intriguing. Rodgers. A.J. Dillon would be familiar with that as well. And let's do that. Let's hire Gary Crawford. We'll do a West Coast zone run. Or no, we're not gonna do a West Coast zone run offense. Screw that. We're gonna do the Green Bay offense. Schemes. We can do a multiple power run, I guess. Or let's just see what the best scheme is for our team. Vertical power run. West Coast power run. Vertical zone run. Multiple zone run. Where's West Coast zone run? All right, fine. Actually, we're better in this West Coast zone run scheme, so let's just do it. Use the Green Bay offense, West Coast zone run. That's what we're going to go with now. Let's take a look at some stats. Going to be ugly. Herbert, 4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. That's not good. A.J. Dillon went for 1,000 yards, 10 tutties. Deebo Samuel, 1,200 yards. That's a good look. Cole Holcomb, 126 tackles, 111 for Jordan Brooks. Sacks, 12.5 for Gary, 10 for Leonard Floyd, 6.5 for Christian Wilkins. Interceptions, 2 for Holcomb, 2 for Rasul Douglas, 1 for Brooks, 1 for Whitehead, 1 for Teron Johnson. A.J. Terrell must have just not done well. Justin Tucker, 24 of 32 field goals. That's ridiculous. A.J. Cole had a great year. Deebo Samuel returned all the kicks and punts. Doesn't really matter here. Yearly awards. Christian McCaffrey is the MVP with the Broncos. Coach of the year is going to be Nick Sirianni. AFC, let's see, do we have any Steelers in any of these categories? Leonard Floyd was up there for Depoy. Kadarius Toney for Offensive Rookie of the Year was up there. A.J. Dillon was up there for Best Running Back. Debo for Best Wide Receiver. Leonard Floyd and Rashawn Gary both for best linebacker. And that is it for the awards. So let's just get to the off-season, see what we're dealing with. Soon to the off-season, we'll see who wins the Super Bowl. It is the Chiefs over the Cowboys in Super Bowl 56. Jameis Winston, Chiefs quarterback, wins Super Bowl MVP. That's unbelievable. Okay, so we're into staff week now. We made our staff moves already. We'll move to the next week. Re-sign players. And we'll see what our weak spots are, I guess. The players ready to negotiate. Let's take a look. Kyle Juszczyk, I mean, we'll bring him back, of course. I would love to bring him back. One of the best fullbacks in the league. He says no. Might just franchise tag him, honestly. And the cost to bring guys back is so low. Like, why wouldn't you? Almost. Andrew Adams, I can let go. Brian Allen, I definitely want to bring back. signs that deal to come back. Josh Puo, give him like a 2-year deal, I guess, if he'll take that. He does. I like Dennis Daly staying on for 3 years. He'll be back. Bobby Evans, I like staying on for 3 years as well. Keep him with that deal. Twyman, I don't know if I want to bring back at that price. James Hudson, I will, though. 4-year deal. And Felipe Franks, I would totally want to bring back. I'll even increase that money and make it happen. He does, and he stays. So we're only letting a few guys through. I'm going to franchise tag Kyle Juszczyk to ensure he stays with the squad. Let's move forward. We'll look at free agency, see if there's anyone specifically we want to bring in. I don't think there'll be too many good players out there just because salary caps are as they are. Like, it's a punter, of course. Like, I'll bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick on like a 1-year deal just to be a good backup quarterback. Because why not? We definitely need running backs, apparently. I don't really need any of these positions. Alex Mack did not retire, so he's still with the squad. Dean Lowry coming in could be a good option. Chris Wormley. Tyler Lancaster, I'll bring him in on a 2-year deal. I think that's a good offer. Fill out that spot. And I think another power rusher, if we can find one, would be very, very advantageous. Not Merciless, though. I'm thinking of a younger guy. Maybe we just have to draft one. I think we're just going to have to draft one. Safeties. Tedrick Thompson is young, good player. Bring him in to be Justin Simmons' backup. I think we're good everywhere else. We'll have these 3 players come in. Or running back, I guess, yeah. Tariq Cohen is a guy that I would enjoy having on the squad. See what he can do in this offense. So those would be the 4 guys we offer. And let's move forward. See if we get them. I hate how it has to spend time simulating the week, advancing the week by generating the mock draft. We got Lancaster, Cohen, and Thompson. That's all the 3 guys we wanted, right? Or was there more? Oh, Fitzpatrick, yeah. We still got Ryan Fitzpatrick out there we're waiting on. But that's okay. And now I'm going to look at the college players, see who we could be looking at, see if we have any of these guys fully scouted, I guess. Oh, yeah, we have all of the tight ends scouted. How exciting. Bruce Hanks could be a good player, I guess. Do we have any other players really scouted? Not really. I'm not going to be trading around too much, so I think I'm just going to go to the draft and just draft the players that I think will help the team. See if we get Fitzpatrick in. We do. And I guess I'll do private workouts for people who have 65% scouted. So I know if they're going to be good or not. Don't need a quarterback, so that's not something we need to scout. Another wide receiver might not be a bad option. There's so many options there, though, to choose from. Don't have the time, nor the patience. Let's go with this. We can look at Greg Glenn, I think. I guess I have to be on the same page, yeah. I think Greg Glenn, wherever he's at, whenever he pops up here, is going to be a guy to look at. Maybe Najee Ayers. Okay, Greg Glenn. Yeah, we'll do Glenn, Ayers. And who's going to be another player to look at? Certainly not a quarterback. Maybe Glenn Harrison. We'll do Glenn Harrison, make guard. We'll confirm those three players as the ones we want to look at. Let's move forward to the draft. See who we're going to be able to pick to help the team. Let's start the NFL draft. We pick. Oh fuck! I forgot. We're fourth. We had a terrible year. Jarek Crowley, Ronald Timmons, Terrell Richardson. So we had our pick of basically any of the top couple guys here. Gio George, a corner. He looks really good. Just solid speed though is what concerns me. Yeah, I'm going to take him. He's a top 5 talent guy. He's definitely going to be a top 5 player. Yeah. Gio George, 4th overall. Happy with that pick. And we have the 4th overall pick here in the 2nd round. And are any of those guys I scouted still available? No. None of them. The guards, are they available? Glenn Harrison is an agile player, so he fits the scheme. Would be a 2nd or 3rd round pick, it says. 2nd or 3rd round talent. True talent. I think I'm going to look at some of the other options at guards then. Nick Gross doesn't look as good. Or he would be just as good, I think. Jeffrey Gant looks just as good. George McDonald. Old McDonald had a farm. And he looks pretty solid, honestly, at defensive end. I think that could be a good pick. You know, fuck it, that's who I am going to pick. George McDonald. He's a normal developer, but I think he's going to be a good player overall wise.
It's the Steelers.
And we're back on the clock here in the 3rd round. We don't have a pick again until the 7th after this, so this is a pretty pivotal pick. I'm looking at Gregory Everett, maybe. Let's go with Greg Everett. Oh, he's a hidden development. That's good. Hidden development player is always a good thing to find in a draft. 7th round, we're going all the way to.
Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock.
Matt Reinhard was the pick. I'm thinking I'm going to take a safety. Alan Craig looks like he could be a good player. I don't know why he was dropped so far, but I will take him in the 7th round. Alani Craig, not just Alan. And I think it'll probably be a defensive tackle that I take, or a defensive lineman that I take with this other pick. It's the strong point of the draft, so got to be good ones available. They're all undraftable guys. Okay. Let's look at these linebackers then. Inferny Crisp. And Tyler Medlock. He looks like a solid player to me. I'm going to take Medlock out of Liberty. And it's time to see how we did. See the draft recap. Gio George is a 78 overall player, hidden development, man-to-man player for sure. George McDaniel was only a 72 overall run stuffer. Greg Everett, pass protector, but he's got hidden dev, so that's good. Lonnie Craig fits the scheme. Tyler Medlock could fit the scheme pretty quickly, I guess. But let's see, comparatively, rest of the NFL here. Addison Bowers was the best player in the draft, defensive tackle, but Gio George and Justin Leary were tied for second best. Mike Boley out of Michigan, a power back, really good pick in the fourth round by the Ravens. I'm happy though. Jacob Pike, a really good quarterback picked. Darian Cleveland, a really good wide receiver picked. A lot of good players picked in this draft. And we got one of them, a corner, so I'm happy about that. So we'll advance to the next week. Make sure I can adjust the roster to how I want it to be. Upgrade players, I guess, is a thing. Rashawn Gary gets an upgrade. Power rusher, of course. The Michigan Man, another, of course, I'm a Michigan fan as well, is a Steeler fan. And with that, let's just adjust our lineup, make sure it's the best it can be. Generate the best. Wow, George is oh goodness gracious. Absolutely not. He's gonna be the number 3 guy at the worst. He needs to get reps. Oh, he's put in specialist anyway, so that's okay. Okay. We got our typical pass rushers. Leonard Floyd went up to a star developer. That's big. Gary's at superstar. Brooks is still at star. Wilkins at star. Good stuff. Good stuff. Terrell and George might make the best cornerback combo in the league. But let's sim to the mid-season mark of the regular season and see where we're at. It's going to take a while to get there, unfortunately. But again, if you're enjoying the content, you could take this time to follow me on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch, or like this video on YouTube and hit the subscribe button on YouTube. It'd be very appreciated if you did. And now we're into the regular season, so it'll sim the first 8 weeks here. Unfortunately, it's going to take time to sim the mock drafts, too, for whatever reason that is. I don't know why. And we'll see how the Steelers are doing at that point. Do. Don't mind if I bite my fingernail. And we're at week 6, almost to week 8. This is the longest sim because it also includes the 4 weeks of the preseason. And we've made it. The team is 4-3. We're in first place in the AFC North. Offensively, we are 7th passing, 23rd rushing. Defense looking good again, 18 points per game. Offense is 12th in points per game. Let's upgrade some players here. Let's take a look. DJ Humphries could use an upgrade. I'm going to upgrade these guys for what the CPU is not going to upgrade them to. It's just going to keep upgrading the same stuff over and over again, but we want these guys to be more balanced in the game. I don't care about Gary Brightwell. And then Christian Wilkins, I'll upgrade his power rushing ability, just so we can maybe get some more power rush out of him. 26-year-old. And I don't care about this Gary Brightwell guy. Since this is the bye week here, which it rarely happens, I will do some player negotiations. Justin Tucker certainly will be back. I'll give him a 7-year deal. I don't even care. Pay him whatever he wants. Salary cap is not an issue here. Use check. Sign him for another 2 years, I hope. Hope he accepts this one. He does. I don't need Sternberger. Rayshon Jenkins, though, could be a guy to bring back on just a 2-year deal. Vernon Butler, I think, is worth a 1-year extension. Jelani Tavai is worth bringing back for sure, especially at that price. And Garyon Conley, I think, is worth bringing back as well. I think Ifedi will be back too. Dan Moore, James Vader's probably not. But we signed a good bit of what we are going to bring back. And we'll send them to the playoffs and hope the Steelers are involved. Man, I wish it would just do a quick sim. There would be a quicker sim option where it would just be there like really fast instead of taking this long. But once we get to the playoffs, we'll do game by game if we make it. I'm assuming I guess I shouldn't assume we're going to. We are only 4-3. 14. I'm going to predict a record when we get there. I'm hoping that we as the Steelers are. I think 10-7 is what we're going to be at realistically. If it's better, great. If it's worse, I'm going to be kind of disappointed. Because I think this is a good playbook option. Let's see what we got. 9-8, and we make the playoffs as a wild card team. The Ravens, the Ravens and the Bengals all went 9-8 to make the playoffs. We had a great passing offense. The defense really struggled this year for whatever reason. Number 10 offense, number 16 defense. Let's take a look at some of the stats in the regular season. Mac Jones led the NFL in passing yards and touchdowns. That's wild. Justin Herbert, 31 touchdowns, 20 interceptions, 4,500 yards. The interception number is absurd. A.J. Dillon came just short of 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Tariq Cohen had 500 yards, eating into a Deebo Samuel monster year. Kadarius Toney came up just short of 1,000 receiving yards. Same with Devontae Smith. Let's see. Didn't give up a lot of sacks. Braden Smith gave up the most. Jordan Brooks, 119 tackles. Let's see, sack-wise. Rashawn Gary, 19 sacks. Leonard Floyd had 12.5. Jordan Phillips with 5. Christian Wilkins with 3.5. Jordan White had 4 interceptions. A.J. Terrell, 2. Gary had a pick. Rashawn Gary might be Defensive Player of the Year with those numbers. Jelani Tavai, Rashawn Jenkins, Justin Simmons, Rasul Douglas, Cole Holcomb, and Gio George, the rookie, all had interceptions. Justin Tucker, 19 and 21 on kicks this year. That's more like it. Tariq Cohen returned a kick for a touchdown. Deebo Samuel returned a punt for a touchdown this year. So a lot of special team stuff going on. We'll wait for the awards until the end of the Super Bowl this time. Super Bowl week, I should say. Let's upgrade some players. Brian Allen, the only one who gets one, I guess. And he is now fitting the scheme. And we can move forward. Playing in Buffalo for the first game of the postseason. Let's see how we do. We beat them 32-29. Looks like it was a close game. And we get on to face the Raiders in the divisional round. A few more guys to upgrade. Vernon Butler will be back next year, so we want to make sure we upgrade him. Not Gary Brightwell. I could not care less about that man. Kadarius Toney, I care a lot about, though. I want him to keep being a deep threat. +4 release. That's huge. Felipe Franks, I like quite a bit, too. I'll upgrade his improviser, I suppose. I think he's a good backup to Herbert. And Gregory Everett, the third round pick from this year's draft. He's already up to a 72 overall. He's going to be starting sooner rather than later for this team. And now let's see, we'll take a look at the weekly awards. Justin Herbert is up there with 3 touchdown passes. And now we move on to face the Las Vegas Raiders in this divisional round. They are an 83 overall team. We're an 87 overall team, but we're just not playing that well, I guess, in a regular season. See what we do. Can we beat the Raiders? We do not. We lose 27-25 to the Raiders. But that's okay. We will move ahead to the Super Bowl. Here, we'll see who makes it. It is the Raiders and the Bears. The Chicago Bears. They have not won a Super Bowl in quite a long time. Can they do it here? We'll take a look at the yearly awards as well, see if the Steelers were involved. Baker Mayfield is the MVP, playing for the Saints. And Jonathan Taylor is a runner-up, also playing for the Saints. Najee Harris with the football teams up there. Wow, Russell Wilson playing with the Raiders. Who's on the Bears? Zeke leading the way with them. Coach of the year is Urban Meyer. Wow. All right, Steeler-wise, do we have any players up in these spots? Rashawn Gary does win DPOY, as I expected he might. Leonard Floyd was an option up there as well. Offensive and defensive rookie of the years, we do not, George finished in there, but not anywhere of substance. Herbert is 10th in best quarterback. A.J. Dillon 10th in best running back. Deebo Samuel wins best wide receiver. Good honor for him. Joe Thuney's up there for offensive lineman. Rashawn Gary second in best linebacker. Interesting. Floyd's up there as well. Jordan Whitehead was up there for best DB, and Justin Tucker's third on the best kicker list. Rapid fire there. Let's see who wins the Super Bowl now. And the Super Bowl winning team is the Chicago Bears. They beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Jordan Love is the Super Bowl MVP for the Bears. He leads them to a Super Bowl title. Wow, that's pretty ironic. Good for them, and we move into another offseason. Let's take a look at the team here, see if there's any dev trade changes. Herbert is still a superstar. I guess, what's his name must be hurt. Deebo Samuel must be hurt. Somewhere. Okay, but Herbert's still a superstar. Defensively, Rashawn Gary's now a superstar X Factor, as I had hoped he would become. I want to change that ability from reinforcement, I think. Yeah, no, I want him to be a absolute that can't be right. But that is selfless. They both say selfless. Weird. Is there edge threat here somewhere? Let's just go for relentless. Bogo's a good one. I don't care about recuperation though. I want him to have that strip specialist on there too, and that'll be Rashawn Gary is an X factor. And Gio George, we find out he is a star developer. That is it. That's fine. He'll still play a role for us. And with that, let's move past staff week. We're going to keep the same staff. We did fine this year. I need Herbert just to cut down the interceptions. It's getting annoying. And we'll move into re-signing our players here. Other players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we got. Sternberger, I don't care about. Jermaine Fetty, though, I would like to bring back. I'll give him that deal here if he wants it. He does. Dan Moore, I will also bring back on a 3-year deal. And he will accept that. James Vowders will not be back, and nor will Jay Sternberger. So we'll look to find a better pass rush backup, power rusher. Perhaps a better center if Alex Mack has retired, which I have a feeling he probably did. So let's just take a look at what we can grab. We need another backup quarterback. I'll sign Fitzpatrick to the deal. Because why not? Our backup running back is needed. Tariq Cohen. I'd be down to bring him back on a 3-year deal. The teams are skeptical of that. Other teams are trying. Deebo Samuel, now Superstar X Factor as well. That's wonderful to see. And I'm looking at these players. Alex Mack is still on our team. That's huge. Defensive ends. So we definitely need some better defensive ends. Power rushers who can take over here. Dean Lowry and Chris Wormley are the first two guys I'm looking at, but I'm liking Taven Bryan on a 2-year deal to come in and make some noise. Yeah, these other guys aren't going to cut it. Morgan Fox is too small. So we'll go with Dean Lowry, or we'll try to make a move on Dean Lowry or Chris Wormley. Probably Chris Wormley because he'll be cheaper. Excuse me for coughing in your ears. And we need a better power rush backup. Austin Bryant is out here. Jonathan Garvin, though, at 24 years old, is going to be the guy I push for. I think he'll want to sign here since we are such a good team. I'm going to sign Anthony Jennings, I think, as well, though. Both of them coming in would be a good deal. And let's see, what else are we looking at here? Two backup safeties, I'm thinking, are going to be needed here. And Carl Joseph is looking like an option. Or actually, Tyree Gillespie out of Missouri, formerly of the Patriots, is going to be my option there. And then I like Sheldrick Redwine is my option here. Either him... Actually, I'm going to go Andrew Wingard. Just because I think he looks more like a Steeler. And those will be our options there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys offered to come in and join the team, plus all of our draft picks. So let's see how that goes. We got a bunch of guys. We got all of them, I think. Yeah, we got everybody. I think we got everybody unless one of those says rejected. I missed it. No, those all say accepted. We got everybody we asked for. Cool. So we will sim to the draft now. 63 players are on roster. We're going to bring in 7 more of these draft picks. So we'll have 70, and then the CPU will cut it all down. Hopefully they put some of those guys on the practice squad. I hope they do. And I think I don't know how many draft picks I'm going to do here. Maybe the first, 3 rounds, perhaps. All right, let's start the NFL draft. We'll see where we're at. The Browns have the number 1 overall pick. That's something we're all used to seeing. All right, so let's take a look at who is available for us to pick. A running back could be an option here. I think we could afford a luxury pick like this. Ben Bushrod is not the guy I would take. Deion Kendricks is looking like somebody I would take. If I were to take a running back here, it would be Kendricks probably. So look at these wide receivers, though. I think I'm interested in perhaps grabbing one. JP Harbor looks like an interesting option. Fast guy. Small guy out of Clemson, though. Dimitri Dorsey. Also a small guy. Good kick return player. We have these guys down here, 6'5" and 6'3", respectively. Anthony Holmes. He does not look all that great to me. And Ezekiel Wilcox also does not look all that great to me. So those aren't going to be guys we take. The tight ends all are terrible. Oh, jeez. Let's look at the guards. Donnie Isaac. He's nothing special. Thinking a left tackle, perhaps, would be an option for me here. Henry Stratton. No, not that good. Daquan Knighton. Also does not... He looks horrible. Mike Polk then looks like he could actually be a good player. He would be the tackle I would take here if I end up taking one, I think. Yep, because I'm not going to take any of those guys. Defensive line help. I could use a defensive end on the left side. So Harold Tate is an option. Corey Session, though, looks better to me. He looks way better to me. Trey Hodges. No, I'm thinking I'm going to take Corey Session. Because I'm not going to take a nose tackle. Zaire Foster looks okay. Keon Greer is okay. But I think Sessions is the guy. Sidney Jones is We'll take a look at the speed rushers too, because Leonard Floyd is getting up there in age, and this guy Mitch Moss has good finesse moves. He could be a guy, perhaps, 22 years old out of Louisville, but it's not pressing. I don't want to take a shot in the dark on a guy like that. A few other pass rushers here. Daniel Peralta, he's not good. Dion Hillman, I can't even tell. I don't know enough about him. Cameron Bush, he has good finesse moves, for sure. What's his physicals like? Elite speed, lead acceleration. Making me think about that guy. Mitch Moss, though, too. He's not elite. Okay, I guess that's the thought here is who do we take then? Session? I got to take Corey Session, I think. I think he's got to be the guy. Corey Session. Good pick. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with that pick. If the one guy falls out of the first round, I might trade back up for him, though.
Now the Dolphins are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? And now on the clock, it's the Raiders.
The other guy I was considering, that is.
And the Browns on the
The
clock.
Browns on the clock. So the guy, who was I looking at here? Who was the other guy I was in between? It was the speed rush. It was this Bush guy, Cameron Bush, and Mitch Moss. Once one of them goes, I'll try to trade up for the other.
All right, next up, the Titans are on the clock. Okay, the Chargers.
Cameron Bush is gone. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to trade up. What am I talking about? We don't need to be doing that. It's going to just waste time. Yeah, let's take a look then. Left tackles. The guys I was interested in are gone. A left outside linebacker. Those guys are all gone as well. Daniel Peralta is still there. Safeties, though, I think I could use a safety to come in and play a good role for us. Harold Weldon is not good. He will not be that safety. Lewis Reinhart could be that safety. I don't think he is, though. Look at these guys here. Juan Robinson could be that safety. He looks good. I'm going to take Juan Robinson. Oregon State safety. I'm going to look at running backs after this. Lance Chapman, a quarterback, is taken. Wow. So we'll take a look at running backs here. Jelani Burks. Looking like a potentially good power back. Alex Craig. A ball carrier vision. A short route. This would be a big guy, I think. A power back. Deontay Stecker looks like he could be solid. Jamichael Dalton. A trucking ability. Let's take Jamichael Dalton.
Here we go. The 49ers
Good speed, good trucking. I mean, I think he's gonna be a good player for us. Now I'm gonna try to take a left tackle, I think. See if we can find somebody who can play tackle, who isn't bad. Zimmerman is bad. Michael Majetti. He looks like he could be intriguing. Could be an option. Marcus Samson. He stinks. Antoine French. He's a good power guy. I'm going to take Antoine French.
It's the 49ers.
Out of Duke. I think we'll just let the CPU do the rest of this. I don't see the need to do the rest. And we'll see how we did. I'm happy getting the defensive end. I think he's going to be a starter immediately for us, if he's as good as I think he is. He's a 75 overall player. Hidden development, but he can be a power rusher for us. Juan Robinson was a good pick. Jamichael Dalton was not. David Frost was taken for us later. Kyrie Rush and Adrian Chapman. See how the rest of the draft went. Oh, really good cornerback. Wow. Antoine Borden. First overall pick. Really good player. And they got Tony Cannon, also a very good player. Ben Bushrod was good. Cameron Bush, I knew he was good. Wow. Oh, that hurts. I want to see what his development trait is. I knew he was good. It's just star. Okay. Didn't feel as bad about it now that I know it's just star. But we'll go with this lineup now, and we'll move forward into next season. I think, like I said, I think that should be a starting role for him, unless Dean Lowry is going to start over the rookie, which wouldn't make much sense to me, but it's certainly a possibility. Rashawn Gary now moving up, power rusher again, 97 overall he's playing up to after that 19 sack season for us. Huge player, and let's see, we will now go, this will be season, this is the third season since the fantasy draft, and we will go to the mid-season, see how the team does. Oh, wait. I do need to cancel that. Cancel the auto-sim. I do very much want to make sure the lineup is adjusted correctly before I make that move. Generate the best lineup. And this is the best lineup that we have. I think it's a very good lineup as well. I mean, I think we should certainly win a good bit of games with this lineup. Zero reason we should not. I want Session to start, though, over Chris Wormley. It's the only change I want to make there. And George is going to be our specialist, or is going to be our slot guy. This is how we want it. This is how we want it set up. I think this is good. This is how we want it. This is how we need it. I'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can get back to the playoffs again. I'll upgrade these players since I'm here. Deebo Samuel getting the upgrade. Upgrade that route runner spot. 94 overall player. His abilities, he's not a grab and smash player at all. I don't know why that's what it is. I think Yakima would be the guy, would be the one for him. And I want him to be route apprentice probably. Or actually evasive is what I want him to be. And he needs to be... I want to be a grab and go. Grab and go and evasive, yak him up. That's what he is. I mean, that's what Deebo Samuel was as a player. He's a run after catch guy. That's why he plays running back a lot, too, with the 49ers. All right, to the midseason. Now we officially go to the midseason, and we see how good this team can really be. We're going through week 2 now. Soon it will be the mock draft. Yep. Still on week 4. That's pretty wild. So this is season 3. I said we do between 3 and 5 seasons. If I win the Super Bowl this year, I think I'll still do another season. But then it'll end at 4. But I'll keep going through up to 5 until see if we can get a Super Bowl out of this. 5-2 the team is. It's perfect. The Bengals though are 5-1. Better record than us. The defense is really what's bringing it home for us. We have the number 17 offense, but the number 6 defense in the league, playing very well at that spot. I have to think our offense will get better because we have Herbert and because we have Justin Herbert and Deebo Samuel on there. But we'll see. Christian Wilkins getting an upgrade as well. He's now an 80. He's still an 84 overall because I only upgraded power rushing. But he's becoming a force for us, force to be reckoned with. But I like seeing a 5-2 record up there. Let's see. We'll sim now to the playoffs. See if we can keep that momentum going. See if we can beat out Cincy for the division in the AFC North. Coming through week 10. 5-2 is a good record. I didn't expect to see there. I am a little disappointed with how the offense is doing. That kind of concerns me. With the defense putting up those massive numbers, very good. I like seeing that for sure. Let's hope the offense can just continue or can improve from where it was. I'm hoping we have double-digit wins here, and I'm hoping for a Super Bowl or a Super Bowl. Jesus Christ, a division title this year. We're almost there, and we're at week 16, simulating through. Week 17 is being advanced, and we'll have week 18, and we'll see where we're at. If we miss the playoffs entirely, that would be a devastating shock. And we finished 12-5. We do win the division. We get the Bengals in the divisional round. We have a one last hurrah meeting. So that means somebody's retiring, and we want to put it all on the line for them, I guess. Jordan Brooks with an upgrade. He's been really good for us. Joe Tooney. We'll upgrade him. Agility. Agile guy. Kyle Juszczyk, I don't care about upgrading. Christian Wilkins, though, I'm going to keep upgrading that power rusher. Just because I want him to have better power moves. Kadarius Toney getting better. He will upgrade in route running. Can't wait to look at some of these guys' stats at the end of the here after this. Tyree Gillespie, definitely want to upgrade him more. I think he's a good option at backup safety. AJ Terrell getting that big upgrade now. Man-to-man guy all the way. And George McDonald, I do care about upgrading. We'll upgrade his run-stuffing ability. He's the backup to Christian Wilkins. Get some time on the field, though. And we'll just let the auto do use check. Let's take a look at the stats on the year. Offense, we had the number 26 offense. That is awful. But the number 2 defense in the league. The Bengals had the number 1 defense. Let's take a look at the stats. I'm interested in how the stats then worked out with our team. Only 3,900 passing yards for Herbert. That is interesting. 35 touchdowns, though, 8 interceptions. That's a better ratio. A.J. Dillon, 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Devontae Smith had over 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. Deebo Samuel must have been hurt a good bit of the year, only 54 catches, 845 yards. Let's take a look at his stats on this year, game by game. I'm going to try to go, if I can. Season stats. Was he hurt? Let's see. He played one. He played. Oh, yeah. He was at week 10 until week 17. So, with him being out, that really killed the offense, it appears, which is not surprising. So, that explains the offensive numbers. So, you go look at the defense. Sacks. Gary only with 10 this year. 9.5 for Wilkins. 7.5 for Floyd. Rookie Corey Session had 4.5. That's a good sign. Interceptions, 5 for Jordan Brooks, so on top of 117 tackles. Great year for him. Justin Simmons had 4 interceptions. Jordan White had 3. A.J. Terrell, 2. Gio George with 2. Holcomb, Teron Johnson, Rasul Douglas, and Tyree Gillespie all with 1. Tucker, 10 of 13 on field goal attempts. A.J. Cole, another great year punting the ball. Punt return for a touchdown by Kyrie Rush, the rookie running back out of Rice. Great work there. And now let's see how we do in the playoffs. We have home field advantage here against the Bengals. I'm not going to do the playoff Blizzard one because I don't care enough. But one last hurrah. Let's see what that is all about. Alex Mack is retiring. I'm certainly not surprised that Alex Mack is retiring. Plus 10 morale for all players. So everyone's going to be playing up to a crazy level. See if we can beat the Bengals with it. They're number 1 defense in the league. And we do. The one last hurrah is moving along for we're doing it for Alex Mack. And we do want to win it all for him. Let's keep that energy up, Mike Tomlin says. Keep adding the plus morale. Keep rolling. Let's look at the upgrades for the players. Jelani Tavai has an upgrade. Love it. He's been a great player for us, great role player for us. David Frost, I didn't even draft this guy, but I'll upgrade his run stuffer, I guess. I don't know. He's not really an edge rusher. Shouldn't probably be in that spot. Justin Herbert now, though, definitely want to keep upgrading him. He's playing up to a 97 overall. That is wild. Throw power just went up. 98 throw power he has. God damn. He's such a good player. Now let's see, can we get to the AFC Championship game against the Miami Dolphins? They have a very good offense, but not that great of a defense. Let's see how it goes. And we lose. The Dolphins came into Pittsburgh and beat us. That is disappointing. Disappointing indeed. And Alex Mack doesn't want to go out like this. He's pondering his future. Okay. Good for you, my friend. But let's see now. Let's see who the Super Bowl ends up being against. It will be the Washington football team and the New England Patriots. Interesting. And we'll take a look at the yearly awards here at the Super Bowl as we did last year. Jordan Love is the MVP of the league for the Bears. Jimmy Garoppolo was up there. Wow, Coach of the Year is Mike McCarthy. Let's see, AFC, Justin Herbert was up in the Offensive Player of the Year conversation. Defense Player of the Year, we had nobody really up there. Offensive Rookie, nobody's there. Defensive Rookie, Corey Session finished in second, almost got there. Wonder what his development rate is. I'll have to look into that. Herbert's third in best quarterback voting. Best wide receiver, Devontae Smith was up there. He picked up a good bit. Braden Smith and who's that? Who's the other one? Braden Smith and Joe Tooney in the best offensive line category. Nobody in best D-line. Rashawn Gary and Leonard Floyd were made an appearance in best defensive back. And we have Simmons and Whitehead in the best defensive back, or linebacker was the last one, defensive back there. And then I don't think Justin Tucker was really even available up there in best kicker. Super Bowl-wise, let's see what happens. It is the Washington football team destroying the New England Patriots. Najee Harris is the Super Bowl MVP, and they went 35-7. Now, we're going to do another season. If I win the Super Bowl, that'll be it. If we don't, I will do a 5th season. But let's just get into staff week. We're in staff week. I think I'm fine with the staff. I mean, we had a good year, just didn't win it all. Excuse me. I'll have to re-sign some players. Oh wait, this is the re-sign. AJ Dillon, certainly want to bring him back long term, 5-year deal. I think that's fair. Just don't want to have to worry about it, having to sign him again. Jordan Whitehead's been a great player for us ever since we've had him, so I'm happy to give him a 3-year deal. Kadarius Toney's been alright. I mean, I'd rather have him than not, though, so I'll give him this deal. Make it a symmetrical deal there. Devon Godchaux, I don't think. Alex Mack is back, though. I'll give Godchaux that deal. He's back. Alex Mack, I'll bring him back on a 1-year deal if he wants to come back. I don't know if he'll start or not, though. Cody Ford, I think we're going to let him go. Don't need him to start anymore. Nico Collins, bring him back. 3-year deal, why not? O'Shane Ziems, I'll give him the 2-year deal. Won't have to worry about him again. Brevin Jordan, certainly want him back. He is back. And Felipe Franks, I definitely want him back on a 2-year deal again as well. Do it. Boom. And Vernon Butler, I'm going to let walk. Not that good of a player. And let's see how many players we have left at the end of this. We're sitting at 57 players now. And let's see if we can sign any improvements at any spots. Could use another backup quarterback, I think. And a guy like Kirk Cousins would be a good, I guess, role model for Herbert and Franks. Could use another backup running back. I'm going to go with Darrell Henderson is what I'm thinking. Maybe actually Michael Carter is available. Zach Moss on a 3-year deal will be the guy. Oh, that's not enough to bring him in. Okay. And maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be Chase Edmonds then, and he'll be the backup running back. He can be the receiving back. We have good wide receivers as it is. Tight ends, I mean, I guess we go for Ebron for a short-term improvement. I don't think it's that big of an improvement, though. Bringing in a guy like Austin Jackson would be a great deal, though. Lloyd Cushenberry. Austin Jackson being signed would be fantastic. I'm going to make a move for him. Oh, wow, we're not even in the ballpark here. Okay, let's put it all on the line here. That's what I'll give it. That's what I would give him. And we are the leaders. We'll give Alex Mack his one more hurrah. I'm fine with that. I need a backup tackle. It'll be Morgan Moses that we'll offer. So we have Session now to be our left end. Oh, God, that felt good, that neck crack. Oh, 2-year deal that I'll give to Charles Menehu. Lee McNeil, certainly a guy I want to bring in. Wow. He'd be a great nose tackle for this team. And I need a new power rusher, it appears. But Dupree on a 1-year deal, bring him back to Pittsburgh. Why not? Why the hell not bring him back to Pittsburgh? And cornerbacks, I think we're pretty solid at. Safeties, we're set. Yeah, this is what we want. We have our guys offered. We'll see how it lands. Another mock draft to simulate through, of course. And we do not get Austin Jackson, but we do get Moses, Cousins, Dupree, Edmonds, McNeil, and Amenhu. It's fine by me. We didn't need Austin Jackson. I thought it would just be a really good signing. I was going to probably move him to left tackle at that point, but it's okay. And we'll move forward all the way to the draft here. I think I should just sim to the draft, but it is what it is. It's honestly might be faster than what I've been doing. So in the next week here, we get the draft. See what we got. Let's see what we can get. The Browns picking number 1 overall yet again. They just can't win in Cleveland. Now let's see who we are going to draft. I'm going to look at tackles because that's my main need. Jason McManus looks really good. Awareness is a good start there. Clay Schneider, though, could be a guy. He looks like a powerful guy. Can't pass block worth shit, though. Devin Rice. I don't know. Nate Boyce. It's between Schneider and the tackle. So James Bordelon. James Bordelon is not that good. I'm thinking I'm going to take Jason McManus here because he fits a lot. He can't run block worth shit, it says. He's the guy. McManus is the guy out of USC. We need a new left tackle with DJ Humphries not being that great. I think he could be the guy. We'll see how right or wrong I am about that. Other positions of need, I think center certainly. But tight end is a possibility, and we know all the good tight ends. Clayton Barker is probably going to be a draft pick of mine, either him or Levi Elam. Since they are set day 2 to 3 talents, or round 2 to 3 talents. So let's look at centers. Thad Malone is available. He looks like quite a good player. And I'll look at Woodard. He is quite a good player. Jeez, all those A's. And we'll look at Savage. Also with a bunch of A's. With the finesse is a B up top there. So it's Woodard, basically. I'm between Woodard, who's like A everything, 21 years old, and Thad Malone, who is 22 years old and does not have A everything, but has a lot of other stuff shown. I'm going to go with Woodard. Cade Woodard is the pick. Hidden development. I think he'll be a great center for us. And I'll take a tight end in this pick. I will take either, let's see, Clayton Baker, great speed, ran a 4.61 at his pro day, wow. And Levi Elam with the great speed as well, but I'm going to, it's got to be Clayton Barker, who's the pick here in the 3rd round. He's got hidden development. What a pick that's going to be, apparently. I'm killing this draft, so I'm going to keep going. Round 4. I think we should probably go for maybe a nose tackle, is my thought. Or, oh no, a rush guy would be the spot, actually. Forgot that we have a weak spot there now. His pursuit is impact block. What's his speed like? This guy's speed solid. I need better than that. Mitch McCullough would be a guy. He does not have the skills I'm looking for. And Kamani Kidd. He's a decent speed. These are all power rush options. I need speed. So I'm going to look at Thad Anderson here. Thad. He does not have any good finesse moves. Darren Sapp. He's got great speed here. good man coverage abilities. I think he's going to be more of just like a traditional linebacker, though. I don't think he's a speed rusher. No, Mac Russo now has elite speed, great finesse moves. Let's take him, Mac Russo.
The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they go?
He'll be a rusher for us. Another Clemson player. We're really going hard on these Clemson guys.
Now we turn to the Steelers. They're on the clock.
I think I'm just going to take a defensive tackle here, probably. And then I'll just let the CPU do the last two picks. Who's the biggest guy out here? This guy 305, I guess. And he's pretty terrible. This guy's 303. Guess that's close enough. They say he's a speed rusher, it appears, though. Maybe. Or a run stuffer. And Devon Hilliard out of Michigan. We'll take him because he's a Michigan man.
On the clock now, the Cowboys.
And we'll just let the CPU do the rest. Advance to the end of the draft. They'll take those last two picks for us. I'm very happy with how I drafted in this one. I'm hoping the left tackle is as good as I think he could be, because then that's going to make this draft even better. Let's take a look at the recap. Oh, he is not that good. Oh, dang. And he's got a hidden development trait at least, but he's not that great. Cade Woodard is good. Clayton Baker is good. Mac Russo is solid. Dang. Any other players I was trying to take here that I didn't, that would have been good? I'm not really seeing any. I guess I took Bill Colbert. I don't know, he was gone already. I guess I took Larry Haynes. That wouldn't have made any sense at the time. Alex Hilliard, I thought about. He was not good, so that's good for me. I don't think there's anyone else I really would have taken here, so I think it's a good draft overall still. We'll move forward to week 1 of the preseason. This is week 4, or season 4 after the fantasy draft. Bud Dupree gets an upgrade, sure, power rusher, why not? Why not, fella? And we will create the best lineup that we have. Mike Tomlin looking for another Super Bowl ring, hoping to find it here this season. And yeah, Woodard's going to start over Mac. He's just better. Everett's going to get his chance to start now after we drafted him. Braden Smith's still a very good tackle. Yeah, this is going to be it, and this is going to be the lineup. Defense. I wish we had a better pass rusher other than O'Shane, but he's going to have to be the guy, I guess. We don't have another middle linebacker? What happened to Jordan Brooks? Oh, he's hurt. Okay. One more week for him. And then, yeah, I like this these defensive backs out here as well. Specialist Session is going to be the other pass rusher. Okay. Okay, I could dig that. 2 power rushers going around the outside. Okay. This will be a good lineup. Let's see how it will perform. Well, we will sim to the mid-season mark as we have been. And don't mind me as I look down at my phone. I mean, you guys aren't really going to be paying too much attention at this point anyway. But I'm trying to see. I'm in a tight fantasy baseball matchup. I play fantasy baseball. And I'm trying to see if I actually have a chance at winning this one. I need to see what these players are doing. He has 3 strikeouts. That's good. He has 3 hits. That's not good for me. Dodgers. Trey Turner is doing good. That's good. Good. He's doing good. That's what I need. The Yankees, though, I need Aaron Judge to do some good. Did he do anything here? Judge has a hit. And he's been scored, so that's good. Yeah, it's good indeed. What happened with this Twins situation? Oh, and we are back now. We are 4-3, third in the division. That is not good. We have the number 13 offense, number 14 defense. I don't know what the disconnect would be, but I still have faith that we can win the division, just from a historical perspective. Cade Woodard will update his agile training here. Clayton Barker getting better and better. I'm hoping to have him be the starting tight end next year. Jason McManus, agile. Upgrade him. He's getting better and better. He'll take over for Humphreys next season if we play another season. And we'll do a power rusher here of Corey Session. He's getting better and better. I think he's performing. He's doing well as the other rush end. So why not? Why not have him do it? Keep doing it. But yeah, let's simulate now to the playoffs. Hopefully, we are a part of them. It's looking like we might be fighting to be a part of them right now. Oh no, that's not good. I'm gonna lose. Unless Aaron Judge can spank some homers for me. I am most likely going to lose. I'm definitely going to lose my fantasy baseball matchup. I don't know what I'm saying. Most likely. I'm definitely going to. Darn, my pitchers just shit the bed this week. Unless Trey Turner and Aaron Judge both hit home runs here, I think I am going to be stuck losing this matchup. Disappointing, but it was expected going into it. But, all right, we're about to hit the playoffs. Let's see if we are part of them. We are. We finished 11-6. We do win a division. Came back from being third. And we will check the stats here. We are the number 8 offense on the season and the number 2 defense. Those are the stats we like to see. And let's see if we can win a Super Bowl here. Like I said, if we win the Super Bowl, I will certainly be. This will be the end of this series. If we don't, then we will do one more. Devontae Smith had an upgrade point. Matt Felton, whoever that is, also had one. But let's take a look at the team stats this year. We got Justin Herbert now throwing for 4,200 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. A lot of team guys running the ball. Dalton had 246 yards and 8 touchdowns. Dillon had 881, 12 touchdowns. Juszczyk 516, 5 touchdowns. Herbert ran for 228. But the receiving wise, 2,000-yard receivers, Deebo Samuel and Devontae Smith. Deebo's putting up unbelievable numbers with us. Greg Everett, best offensive lineman of the year for sure for us. Didn't give up a single sack. McManus played 139 downs, didn't give up a sack. DJ Humphreys gave up a lot. Cole Holcomb, 123 tackles, 105 for Jordan Brooks. Sack-wise, let's take a look at that. Christian Wilkins, 12. Rashawn Gary, only 5. Wow. Corey Session only had 5 as well. I wonder what happened there. A.J. Terrell, 3 interceptions. Corey Holcomb, 2. Brooks, Simmons, Whitehead, and Gillespie all had 1 apiece. Justin Tucker, 9 of 12 on field goals. No special teams touchdowns this year. First year in 2 years we haven't had that. But let's move forward then. We have Baltimore coming in. Playoff rivals, a good press conference to have. We think it's going to be a hard-hitting brawl because it's Pittsburgh and Baltimore, as always. Defensive players on both teams will have +5 hit power. That's exciting. Let's see what happens here this season. Let's see. Baltimore, let's see if we beat them. We do not. We lose 14-9. We were already out of the playoffs. That's unfortunate indeed. Do we have a different defensive coordinator? Did our defensive coordinator retire or something? I didn't pay attention to it. Let's see. No, we still have Craig Taylor, and we're still running the Steeler defense. Okay. I have no complaints then. Um, okay, well, I guess we're just going to the Super Bowl. We'll check the yearly awards, see if we won anything. And we got one more season here. Hopefully, we can get a Super Bowl. I mean, I'm getting kind of annoyed that we can't get even to a conference championship. A very good team from this fantasy draft and from drafting. Let's look at the yearly awards. Like I said, we would. Mahomes wins MVP, or is going to win MVP, it appears. In the AFC, let's see where our guys are. Did I see Dwayne Haskins, RIP, for the Titans up there? Uh, Steelers, Justin Herbert's up there for Offensive Player of the Year. He's on the list. Defensive Player of the Year. Christian Wilkins was on the list. Offensive Rookie, we have nobody. Defensive Rookie, nobody. Quarterbacks, best quarterback is Dwayne Haskins. Herbert finishes second. We have Deebo Samuel and Devontae Smith both up in the best wide receiver category. Best offensive lineman, Braden Smith and Joe Tooney are in that category. Christian Wilkins in there for best D-line. Best linebacker, we have nobody. Best DB, we have nobody. And best kicker, Tucker is well down the list. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl. Let's see what we got here. Arizona Cardinals, can they get the dub? They do. I don't know why I was rooting for the Cardinals there. I just was. Adoree Jackson is the Super Bowl MVP. That's interesting to see. But the Cardinals win their first ever Super Bowl. Congratulations to them. And we're in staff week. It doesn't matter. We're going to re-sign players. This will be the last re-signing period for us. And let's see who we are going to get. I'm going to go ball out and make sure we bring everybody that we need to back. Jordan Brooks, 5-year deal. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just going to increase the money, make sure we don't have any issues with him. He is back. Justin Simmons will be back as well. I'm going to ensure that he is still good enough to play for us. He says no. Okay, well, Devontae Smith will be back for us. I'm just going to increase the money to make sure that happens. Thought that would work with Justin Simmons too, but it didn't. Joe Tooney. Bring him back. Yep. Christian Wilkins obviously needs to be brought back after a huge year this year. He is back. Use check. Would love to bring him back, but I have a feeling he's going to say no. Yep. Teron Johnson. No, I'm not going to bring him back. Cole Holcomb, I'll bring him back. Oh, he doesn't want to come back. Okay. Gerald Everett, I'll offer a deal to come back. He is not going to come back. Don't want. Davin Godchaux, I'll offer. He wants to play for a new team. Oh, geez, we're going to have to do a lot of changes here. DJ Humphries, I'll bring him back. He does come back. Okay. Tyree Gillespie, definitely want to bring back. He is back. Bobby Evans, would love to have him back. He is back. Brian Allen for a 1-year deal. He is back. Because I imagine, what's his name, retired by now, Alex Mack. Dennis Daly is back for another year. And Eric Billups, I don't even know who that is, but he seems like he's solid, so let's bring him back. Brought back a lot of guys, and we're going to franchise tag Justin Simmons because he just needs to be back. And we'll move forward now into the next stage of the offseason. Going to have to sign a few guys back or find some upgrades, it appears. We have $70 million in cap room. Every team's going to have a shit ton of cap room, so we shouldn't see a ton of good players out here. I don't care about adding another quarterback right now. I guess I could add a guy like Brissett, 1-year deal, because the other quarterback's a 52 overall player. Chase Edmonds, I'm going to bring back on a 2-year deal. Be receiving back. Definitely want to bring back Kyle Juszczyk on a 1-year deal. We'll offer him that. The Harvard man will want to come back. Wide receivers, I don't think we need to look at. Baker, wow, he is a good player. We don't need to add anyone. He's a superstar trait. Huge. Let's Let's go with Waring here. I want to bring him in, the San Diego State guy, Waring. Left tackle, we have McManus and Humphreys both there. Tooney and Daly here. Woodard and Allen. Everett and Evans. And we need another backup here. Let's make it Jawan James for the year. And we have Session and Shelley. I want to change that. Get another guy in here. Omenwu will be the one. And we have Aleem McNeil. Javon Kinlaw would be a great player to bring in. I will offer him a 3-year deal. Make sure we are the ones who get him, I hope. Oh, wow, the Jacksonville Jaguars are higher on him than we are, but now we are above Jacksonville. And we have those guys. Gary is a 99 overall, superstar X Factor, absolute monster. I'll sign Austin Bryant here to be a backup. Middle linebacker, we need another one. I want Okereke, or Okereke, I believe is how you actually spell his name or pronounce his name. We'll offer him. And Julian Aquara at speed rusher, maybe. No, I'll sign Hassan Reddick to a deal. Or at least I'll offer him one. Hopefully he signs it. What other players are we looking at? I want somebody who fits the scheme, probably. So we'll go with David Long Jr. coming in on a 2-year deal. And we have these guys. These are all set. Wonderful. So we have Okereke, Javon Kinlaw, Hassan Reddick, Kyle Juszczyk, David Long, Chase Edmonds. We have a lot of guys offered deals. This would improve our team so much. We should be a dominant team if we get these players. I'll be stunned if we don't become a dominant team. Let's see what we got. We get David Long, Austin Bryant, Jawan James, Waring, Brissett. Kinlaw said no. Okereke said no. Hassan Reddick said yes, though. Juszczyk is back. Edmonds is back. Omenwu is back. That sucks that we didn't get those other two. We offered so much money. Let's see, who can we get now at defensive tackle? I guess Ioannidis or Gallimore. Dalvin Tomlinson. I'm going to try Neville Gallimore. Actually, no, he's not that big, is he? No, I'm going to try Dalvin Tomlinson then. 1-year deal. Offer it to him. Big money. Better offer than the Chiefs are offering you. We have Reddick then, and we need another middle linebacker. And that's going to have to be who? Tay Crowder, Devondre Campbell. Can I sign somebody else from another area? Can sign Azeez Al-Shaair to play there, I suppose. Why not sign Azeez Al-Shaair? He'll be the guy we bring in and put over there. Wonderful. Those are the 2 replacement guys. Then to sign for the 2 we missed out on. I think we'll try to draft a middle linebacker in the draft. That'll have to be the move. Big decision on 5th-year options. Shoot. Gio George. Yes. Keep him around. Pick up the 5th-year option. Sure. I don't think it really matters all that much to us. And I'm not going to do private workers. Oh, yeah. Delegate decisions to staff. Do that. And we'll sim to the draft. And this will be our last draft, of course. We'll see how it goes. Getting there. Let's start the draft. I'm going to be looking at middle linebackers. I think that's our biggest weak spots. If we can't get to anyone there, it's going to be defensive, or it'll probably be defensive tackle, yeah. All right, middle linebackers then. Let's take a look at some of them. Antoine Bennett is out here. He does not look all that great. And we also have Dennis Downs, who we don't know much about. Elite speed. Wow. Oh, he's a freak. Dennis Downs is the pick. He's a monster. He's going to start right away. 91 speed at 6'2", 226 pounds. He is the pick, and he will be our starter. And I think I'm going to take a defensive tackle, most likely. Antoine Bennett just got picked. Let's look at some of these D tackles. We got Chad Yarborough. He seems average, if not underwhelming. We have Dion Gordon. Also seems average, if not underwhelming. And we have Michael Heron, who has great power moves. I'm going to take him. And he's a good player. Happy to do that. Another Clemson player on board.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
And let's grab a quarterback. Yeah, why not grab a quarterback? Cole Bender. We'll grab him. We'll stop his fall. Oh, I'm just grabbing people at this point. Just picking players, seeing how they look. Yeah, we use our wide receiver, I'd say. Maybe a bigger guy. Johnny Perry out of Rhode Island, perhaps.
The Eagles are now on the clock.
6'5", 232, big dude. And I'll just let the CPU finish the rest. We'll let them finish out the draft for us. I think we did pretty well. The middle linebacker is going to be a really good player. I already know it. Can already see it. Let's see the recap. He's a 72 overall. I guess not really a good player, but I mean, he's going to start. He's definitely going to start. And we didn't draft anyone really all that great. Let's adjust the roster real quick. Just because I know there are guys out of place. Excuse me. We have Session, who's ready to go. Wilkins, Tomlinson, that's a great team. And we need to move Reddick over to right outside linebacker. Certainly want him there. And then I certainly want Azeez Al-Shaair at middle linebacker. As a backup. Or I want him to be a backup, but he doesn't look like he's in a backup role right now. All right, this is a good team. This is a very strong team. 76 players on the roster. We'll have to cut an extra one, whoever it may be. But we'll decide that at the time, once we get there. Upgrade players. Who we got? Clayton Barker gets another upgrade. Wonderful player. I can't wait to see him, see what stats he puts up for us this year. Don't care about Mike Flynn. And let's adjust our lineups. Generate the best lineup that we have. The offensive line looking real good. I think I'm going to start McManus over Humphreys. Just because he's better. Defensively, we're looking better here. I want to start Downs over Al-Shaair. And specialist. That's what we want. That's how we want it. I like this look. Downs can even be a backup sub linebacker. It's beautiful. All right, now let's move on to midseason. This will be the last season that we sim, so hopefully it works out well. I'm praying that it does, but who knows? Wow. All right, we're at week 4. I was hoping my brief intermission on my phone would get it to go faster, but it has not. So we're at week 5, week 6. I'm going to predict our record is 5-2 again. I think we're going to be back up in those big win range numbers. 5-2. I called it. But look at the rest of the division. 5-1 Cleveland, 5-2 in Cincinnati. Everyone is winning games. We have the number 15 offense, number 10 defense right now. So it seems like we're lucky to be winning as we are. We'll upgrade some players though, real quick. I'm not really concerned about a lot of these guys. I'll make sure Deebo Samuel is at a good spot though. Upgrade that route runner. Such a good player for us since he's joined from the draft. He's now 29 years old. He's put up 1,000 yards every single year except for the 1 year he was hurt. But that's good. This is good looks. Let's hope we keep this record up. Let's hope we win another division title and we're in the playoffs in a few weeks. That's so unreal. It'll be so unreal if we don't make the playoffs. I'll be pretty disappointed. I'll be also disappointed if we don't even make an AFC championship in this video. But, like, what am I going to do? I can't, it's the Madden sim function, or sim generator. It's kind of shit. But fingers crossed we get there. I think I might go into like super sim mode or like the moments that like into a super sim if we make the AFC championship, just to see maybe I'll jump in and play a game or two or something, or play a few moments if I need to try to help the Steelers win a title in this video. But maybe it won't come to that. We'll see. Week 18, we're advancing to the playoffs, and we are 11-6. Did not win the division. The Bengals did. Wow, the 5-1 Browns collapsed, finished 8-9. But we have a 91 offense, an 85 defense, 88 overall team, going up against an 83 overall Tennessee team. I think we're obviously the better team, but knowing Madden Sim, we probably won't win. And let's take a look. We had the number 10 offense and the number 1 defense in the NFL. Let's take a look at some stats. Herbert threw for 4,300 yards, 27 touchdowns, 16 picks. A.J. Dillon, 1,200 yards rushing. Dalton had 10 touchdowns on top of Dillon having 11. Receiving, again, Deebo Samuel, another 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Devontae Smith, another 1,100 on top of it. Tony, 700 in the slot. Charlie Baker, is that his name? Clayton Baker. 620 yards, 3 touchdowns in his first season as a full-time starter. And let's take a look. Dennis Downs, starting at middle linebacker, 117 tackles as a rookie. Great looks. Sacks, 18.5 for Rashawn Gary. He finally got back on his high horse. 11.5 for Wilkins, 7.5 for Hassan Reddick this year. Session had 6. Dennis Downs, 2 interceptions as well, 2 for Terrell, 2 for Whitehead, 1 for David Long, 1 for Brooks, 1 for Justin Simmons. 9 for 10 on field goals is Justin Tucker. AJ Cole continues to be a great punter. No special teams touchdowns for us, but another great season for the squad. And I'll be interested to see the awards at the end of the year. But let's see, we have the first game against Tennessee. Let's see how it goes. Away at Tennessee. And we win. We move on. We get the Cincinnati Bengals now. We had a weekly award winner last week. Let's see who it was. It's Justin Herbert. He did not want to lose. 336 yards, 4 touchdowns. Rashawn Gary had a sack and an interception in that game as well. So we dominated in that game. Or we played very well, and we still only won by 4 points. Okay. So now we are going to upgrade these players. We have a new injury to deal with, it says. Devontae Smith gets an upgrade. We'll upgrade his route running ability again. And this is the spot. We have not been able to get past this spot all series, all video. We've lost in the division round. We have not gotten past the division round. We've won a few wild cards, but we have not done anything about the division. Well, let's see if we can do it and change that here against the Bengals, one of the best defenses in the NFL. They have Josh Allen on their team as well. And let's see, can we beat the Bengals? We do beat the Bengals, and we make it to an AFC championship, finally. Weekly awards again. We get the Raiders. Classic NFL matchup. Another 4 touchdowns from Justin Herbert. He has been unbelievable in this playoffs. He does not want to lose. I think I'm going to go into a super sim here now that we've made an AFC championship game. We've gotten to this point. Dennis Downs has improved dramatically in his first season. He is a star developer out of Michigan State. He's a great player. And all these guys I don't care about. Clayton Baker, he is hurt, but we will upgrade him anyway. And we'll upgrade those 4 players, yep. And let's see, a conference championship. We'll jump into a super sim. Play the moments, I guess is what that is. But we'll see how we do against these Raiders. The Raiders have already gone to a Super Bowl in this video. They don't need to go to another one. We'll just keep skipping these moments. Nobody is scoring on either side of the ball. And that's a touchdown for the Steelers. They're up 7-0. We have the ball again, 14-0. The Raiders can't do anything right now. Michigan King, how's it going? We got the Raiders scoring here, 17-7. We got 24-7. We got this in the bag, I think. Just keep skipping the moments. The Raiders score again. They make it close. God, these moments, ridiculous. Stop. There we go, 31-14. We're going to win this game. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Finally, Zach Taylor looked like he was the head coach of the Raiders. Interesting. We'll see the stats from the game here. See how the Steelers did. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for Justin Herbert, 233 yards. Jermichael Dalton, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. The offense really didn't do anything that impressive. The defense really just did a lot. Gary, 2.5 sacks. 2 sacks for Christian Wilkins. A sack for Corey Session. 2 interceptions for Jordan Brooks. 1 for Tyreek Gillespie. Defense really carried us here, but we're finally going to a Super Bowl in this video in what is our final season. And let's see who we're playing. It doesn't say just yet, but we'll sim to the Super Bowl and find out. And we have the Chicago Bears. They have won a Super Bowl already in this video as well. Jordan Love is their quarterback, and he has developed into a very good player for them. I'm not going to do any of these Super Bowl media days or anything. We'll upgrade some players, though. Dennis Downs gets yet another upgrade. I think he probably won Defensive Rookie of the Year, if I had to guess. A lot of tackles, a lot of interceptions. He is a stud. Like, if this video would have kept going, if this series would keep going, he would be upgraded very quickly. But let's look at the yearly awards. Nobody up there for MVP. Coach of the Year, we're not even up there either. Interesting. Offensive Player of the Year, nobody. Defensive Player of the Year. Rashawn Gary was up there. Christian Wilkins was up there, got votes. Nobody for Offensive Rookie. Johnny Perry we have up there, receiver. Dennis Downs did win Defensive Rookie of the Year, as I had expected. Quarterbacks, nobody there. Herbert's not up there. Nobody at running back. Deebo Samuel wins Best Receiver of the Year. It's his second of that award. Braden Smith on the list for Best O-line. Best D-line, we got Christian Wilkins in there. Solid. Rashawn Gary up there for best linebacker. Best DB, we had nobody. Best kicker, Tucker finished third. So we had a few award winners, but now in the Super Bowl, we are playing against Chicago. I will go into the moments again here. We'll watch it. And actually, before we do that, let me look. We'll just see the roster. Jordan Love is a superstar X Factor player. That's crazy. All right. This is the team here then. Justin Herbert playing up to a 99 overall. So these are all, a lot of our guys from the fantasy draft are still here, but a lot of guys we had just normally drafted are also here. The younger guys. Dalton's going to have to be the running back today. Defense looking solid as well. Christian Wilkins up to a superstar. We never found out what Heron's development trait is, interestingly enough. Jordan Whitehead really improved a lot for our team. He did really well for us. Jordan Brooks improved as I expected. Downs did really well. AJ Terrell, I thought I would get more numbers out of AJ Terrell, but he really didn't do all that much. But that's the final team. And let's see the results of our final game. The Bears have DK Metcalf, Zeke, and Jordan Love. That's their offense is very high powered. But I have the number one defense in the NFL, so let's see if the defense can stop their offense. We're in Atlanta for the Super Bowl. And I'm going to hit skip the moment here, of course. Defense needs my help. They're not getting it. They give up a touchdown. And here comes the Bears again. And they are stopped. They turned it over, but they got it right back. Dang. 14-0. We're down. Third down now for us. Big field goal. We got it. 14-3. 17-3. We have it back trying to score. Big field goal kick. It's good. 17-6. We have the ball again. Start the second half. Third down alert. We don't get it. Big field goal again. Jeez. We missed it. Tucker. How did Justin Tucker miss a field goal? Tell me that. The Bears score again. So I'm going to take over here. We're down. What is this? 17 points. We might be done already. But let's see if I can get it done. Great catch by Tony, out of bounds, huge gain. No, we're going to keep playing. We got to keep playing. Deebo Samuel's who I'm going to be looking for, obviously. He's one-on-one. Didn't get any help. The offense hasn't been able to do shit today. That's been disappointing because they have a really good offense. Devontae Smith, good catch out of bounds. We're at the 31 already.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, and make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Oh, hold on, no. Oh, he's got to catch that ball. Samuel. Oh, wow, that was bad. Okay, well, we're going to lose the Super Bowl. That's pretty sick. Tried to lead Samuel, but somehow he just didn't move. But, okay, end the game. We're going to lose. But we got to a Super Bowl at least. We won an AFC championship. The Bears win 2 Super Bowls in this fantasy draft rebuild. Yeah, but we built a good team. We were in the playoffs every year except for one. When we were still using the Pittsburgh playbook, offensive playbook, but that's going to be it there. 5 years, fantasy draft, and then 5 years of sim, one AFC championship. I think I'm going to do this again sometime, maybe do a different team, not the Steelers, but this was fun, yeah. I think this is the only Madden content I feel like that this and Aftershocks are really the only Madden content I feel like I should put out until the new game, but... Again, yeah, sorry if you were expecting a Hartlepool, but I'm blowing up the schedule. I'm just going to stream whenever I'm free, available, and whichever I'm feeling. which today was just more Madden, and I wanted to do a fantasy draft, so I did it. We constructed a very good team, but we just didn't get the results in the playoffs that we wanted. But that being said, I think that that's going to be it for me today, guys. That was 2 hours and 50 minutes, so a long stream for me. I think it was fair since I have missed several days, but now that it's over, it was fun, and I'm ready to get back to it again soon. So until next time, I'm Justin. This has been my world. I will talk to you later. Peace out.